Oh man, I know I'm old. This is some rather old footage from, 2012? This is Mojo on the PlayStation 2. It's also available for the Xbox, but I've actually never seen this game on the Xbox, oddly enough. I've only seen it on the PlayStation 2. Like, I go online and I can't find this for Xbox. I can only find the PS2 version, but hey, that's more than enough to satisfy me. Decided to show off the old user interface of the PlayStation 2. Man, it doesn't even look like this anymore whenever I use it, because I use Free McBoot, or Free Memory Card Boot nowadays, which I think I have the 2009 version. It's more or less necessary to use homebrew applications in Action Replay Max. This was well before that. I didn't end up using homebrew on the console until 2015. Yeah, because there's actually a bit of history to that. Because I was supposed to master how to use PGen, and unfortunately, I was using like the old Code Junkies version of PGen, which you needed to use a CD-ROM to boot up binary files and SMD files on the console anyway. So I had to wait for 1.5.1 to come out, and ended up downloading it, and well, you basically know the rest. If you saw Sonic Hacking Contest 13, done quick anyway. But let's just get into this. So, again, this is Mojo, debatably one of the greatest titles in terms of puzzle games on the PlayStation 2 for 2000 to 2003 standards. Now, oddly enough, it says Disc 1 in the packaging. Is there a Disc 2 to Mojo? Because I really don't have a ducking clue. I truly don't know. And as you can tell, yes, there's versus mode and there's also golf mode. Unfortunately, I actually don't have footage of battle mode or golf mode at this time. I will make sure to get to that at a later point. So, that's something to expect later on. But right now, we're going to show off how to play this game. This is basically, it's Marble Madness in 3D form, all the while combining certain aspects of Super Monkey Ball. What you basically have to do is use your ball and collect... Oh, I see. I thought I was going to restart the level there. Oh, well. But basically, you use your ball and you basically break blocks. You break blocks of the respective color that your ball is designated to. You can have 4 different colors. You can have red, blue, yellow, and green in that necessary order. And once all of those are gone, then you can start getting rid of these ice blocks. And these ice blocks are extremely vital to your gameplay, as well as that little silver bar there that's in the lower left corner. What you see there in the lower left corner is your Mojo meter, that's your health bar. If you stay in a level for too long, you obviously run out of health. You don't want to have to worry about that, because health does not replenish from level to level. I'm sure the bug-fixed versions probably changed that up. I don't know if there is a revision 1 in this game, but if there is, chances are that's probably in it. And, of course, that silver bar's turbo meter. Whenever you press the cross button, you can basically get a burst of speed and go fast. If you want to slow down, you use the circle button. And it's as easy as that. Now, in order to turn different colors, you need to find these little these little mini stations that are called infusers. And what it basically does is, right on contact, within I think half or 3/4 of a second, you turn another color. It can be a bit painstakingly difficult to handle if you are going through a whole bunch of infusers in quick succession. And trust me, I've had that happen to me on plentiful occasions. It can get a bit brutal at times, but once you get the hang of it, it's practically priceless. It's easy. It's virtually easy. Ooh. Now, you might also notice there are target times that I have to deal with here. And target times are as normal as they get. What target times are required for you to handle is, you basically have to clear all the blocks in a specific amount of time, and you get an infuser that you can use. You may use these infusers at any point in the level, but bear in mind, if you want to unlock special balls, or if you want to unlock power-ups for those balls in later worlds, you have to make sure you hold on to all 4 infusers. You'll notice I will never use these infusers at any given point. And if I do, I probably don't remember. Again, this footage is from October or November of 2012. I didn't end up dumping it until November 13 of 2012. But I thought I was going to restart there too. My goodness, how many times am I going to try to restart? Oh, I see why I did that, because I decided to go over here and get the blue. Right. And I would be truthful, this is very easy of a game, and it gets extremely easy once you get into New Game Plus. Trust me, you want to do New Game Plus, you will thank me so much later. What basically New Game Plus is like any power-ups you got at the end of the game, assuming you beat World 10's, level 100, with virtually every single, within a lot of time, you end up unlocking all the special balls and their power-ups, which is extremely well worth it. You will thank me later if you decide to ever do that. But the Act 6 of each world is the bonus level. And I'm not exactly sure what these are for. Assuming that because they're all ice blocks, you can basically go through these in order to get extra health. But if you get all of them, I assume you get an extra infuser. Let's see what happens. But please bear in mind, you have to be extremely careful with how fast you go, because one false move and you're going off the pit, or you're going off into the pit or the abyss. I think that's actually the name of this world. Yes, worlds 1, 4, 7, and level 100. Those are the abyss. Levels 2, 5, and 8 is the jungle. And if my memory serves correctly, worlds 3, 6, and 9 is the sky. Unfortunately, and for some odd reason, now this game also has a stage creator, and a very lovely stage creator. I used to mess around with this a lot in the game when I was growing up with this title back in 2003, 2004, Christmas 2003, 2004 actually. And one of the things I would often do is, mess around in the stage creator and just work with magic. I even made a Pac-Man level. I need to redo that sometime. Maybe I'll show that off in an extra video. But unfortunately, the sky levels are not available in it. Worlds 3, 6, and 9 are nowhere available, and also level 100. I also think certain stages are also not available too. I think all the level 6s or whatever. A certain set of stages are not available in Level Creator aside from the worlds. But it's very confusing as to why that had to happen. But I'm sure that the developers had their reasons. Maybe it was because of memory constraints. Maybe it's because of the fact this game was released on CD. Yes, this is one of those rare compact disc titles for the PlayStation 2. That's depressing. That is very depressing. Why did they decide to go out of their way to make this game for compact disc? I would have not ever thought that they would have done that. No, why would you do that? You don't... This game would have done better on a DVD. It would have done better on a DVD-ROM. They would have been able to store Worlds 3, 6, and 9 into the level creator. And don't tell me it's coding issues. We know it was less than that. I mean, come on. But for what it's worth, though, this game, I feel very horrible that this game never really gets talked about on YouTube. Again, this is one of the first commentaries, to my knowledge, that is available on this particular station. And that is on this website. What, were people just too fearful to play Mojo for the channel? or for any of their own channels? There's nothing scary about Mojo. You're just a ball going around getting rid of blocks. That's it. There's nothing to be scared about when it comes to this game. This game is one of the best out there. And I mean that rather literally. Now, this is a little bit of a lovely system here. This is the key and lock system. Now, in order to actually access these locks, or to get the keys, you have to be yellow. Well, that kind of makes sense. The key is yellow. The block in which holds the key is yellow. It only makes sense. It's logical. It's reasonable. And, man, I got that green just in time. Yeah, again, it takes a little bit of time in order to actually shift to the next color. So if you need to get certain balls in quick succession, especially for you speedrunners out there, there's actually a speedrun of Mojo available somewhere on YouTube. I just found it literally overnight, just to get ready for this commentary. And you'd probably be surprised. You'd probably be surprised by how infuser manipulation can come in handy. It really does work if you know what you're doing. You know, I don't ever often see these kind of textures elsewhere. I mean, these textures are beautiful. I mean, again, for 2003 standards, you know, you don't often see something that looks like this. I've never seen something that looks like this before, that's for sure. At least not in any other game. Heck, I think even in Urban Action Roaring Vacation 16, I think that I did use certain textures that kind of look like this. Nothing too glass-like, but in Meteor Herd, I'm sure that some people might recognize certain designs that might look a little palace-y, and that's what I feel this visual template was meant to deliver. That's why I think the Abyss was meant to deliver, but if it wasn't, then I wholeheartedly apologize. Either way, it's a lovely attention to detail. Something that I kind of wish would be in other games, but unfortunately, as stated before, there's not a lot of discussion of Mojo. So, unfortunately, these kind of the gameplay system is not often talked about. The art and aesthetics are not often talked about. Something's gotta give. Something's gotta give for this lovely game. Come on, give Mojo some love. Minute and 10. Can I do this in a minute 10? Now, if you're playing this game with the normal ball, and you just beat the game with the normal ball, oh man. If you are capable of beating every single target time with the regular ball, kudos to you. I have not ever been able to do so. In fact, I think certain levels are virtually impossible to do so if you attempt it. Because I think there's actually a few levels in World 9 that you can't do. I think there's also a few in World 5 that you need the power-ups for, as well as some of the powered-up balls, especially the Prime Ball, which you get in World 3. The Prime Ball is the fastest ball in the game, and oh, don't even get me started. You'll see me use the Prime Ball more and more as the levels go on, but we'll get to that when we get to that. And, this level looks a bit too wedged for comfort. I mean, look at this. Look, it looks warped. Yeah, it is warped. You're basically going up an incline, all the while trying to get rid of these ice blocks. I'm not going to complete this in 1:10, am I? Nope. Nope, and it's all because of these bad physics. Jeez. And I was literally 2.93 seconds and change away from getting the record. Oh well. And here's stage 11. Now, actually, there are 12 stages for each world. Unfortunately, if you want to access stage 12, you either have to do it in the level creator or you have to play battle mode. Because, unfortunately, you don't get to see that in this particular game. I wonder why stage 12 was made unavailable for single player. Because it's clearly noticeable that 12 is rather playable. It's not hard. It's not hard, and you know the fact that it is more battle prone. It made the game that much more interesting for comfort. So why didn't they do it? Why didn't they give us stage 12 for the regular worlds? This is one of those reasons why I say, you know, I don't know if Crave Entertainment is still around. I don't know if any of the other studios are around. And yes, you can lose your ball. But it's nothing lost and nothing gained. I'm still alive, just so long as that bar is not all black. Don't get me wrong, I've had that happen a few times. But as I was trying to say, you know, I truly do feel horrible that Mojo did not fully get completed as I would like to see it, because, you know, I would like to see a playable stage 12. I would like for all the regular levels to be available, including Worlds 3, 6, and 9 in the level creator. Who knows, maybe if I ever end up coming up with like a massive amount of wealth, chances are I'll probably just buy the rights to Mojo and just have a whole bunch of people overhaul the game for us. But hey, now we have the Atlas Ball, and this one actually has better traction control. You'll thank me later, it is slightly faster, but unfortunately, that is the end of part 1. We will see you next time for World 2.